Good. Okay, thank you. My presentation is about the importance of the environment. Okay. Wait a minute, please. Okay. The presentation is about the importance of the environment in the dying process, humanizing space. It's right by me and Professor José Carlos. And now we are, okay. First, the background. This reflection describes the experience of people at the end of life, their progressive physical deterioration and increasing dependence, which often contrast with the prevailing social view of valuing health, autonomy, and vitality. This reflection mobilized the knowledge and care of nurses in their day-to-day work in acute care, focusing on nurse, patient, and family. For us, it was very important to understand how nurses find strategies to deal with the end of life of their patient's family. In a study carried out by Frias, the reality of patient is disconcerting. These people face a physical transformation that is at odds with the standards of beauty and health idealized by society. They may be disfigured with marked physical change that alter their appearance as a consequence of the therapies. We know that now. Second, the fragility of the other, how to deal. First, the changes that patients face challenge society to reconsider its values and reflect of the meaning of human dignity. Second, in the context of the end of life, dignity lies not in appearance or independence, but is the respect, care, and compassion offered to the patient and family. Third, in study by Frias, preserving privacy is also an integral part of the nurse call happen to provide the best cares. It is a care in which everyone feels comfortable. For the nurse, it was very important, comfortable, and the families and the patients tell too. Third, below are the conditions that contribute to realism of the best care. Ensuring the privacy of the patient contributed to building a care process in a relationship in which both were dealing with the secretary body and each the nurse safeguarded the dignity of the person. An author, Gallagher, stated that dignity is based on respect, which leads to the preservation of a person's identity, and that the loss of this identity occurs in maladjusted circumstances in which they feel incompetent and vulnerable. In the acute hospital, practices are demanding, but it is also in this context that nurses have found routine tactics to ensure privacy and death. Ensuring privacy also involved nurses being creative and demanding at a supreme moment. We know this now. This was how to deal if another person was seen, so we choose to separately set out the ways of ensuring this privacy, such as creating a cozy environment. In the days leading up to the date, the nurse providing these people and their families with as many conditions as possible to ensure their privacy and serenity. The room provided was sometimes the one the patient was in. Patients remained silent, eyes half closed, and talk about personal matters in private with their families and friends for a few moments. This strategy resulted in greater serenity for the patient and their family. The environment created helped them to be more at ease and forced families and friends to withdraw to the patient. In this environment, which was not intended to be as bland or natural hospital rooms, we could find flowers, postcards, photographies, and other personal objects. The family and nurse could leave the door to the room half open to avoid noise or glances from other visits. These were strategies intended to observe the patient and at the same time keep the environment as quiet as possibility. These strategies legitimize the importance of a physical and emotional environment in the dying process and aim for a human experience. For main strategies listen, welcome environment. Unlike the neutrality of hospital rooms, the environment is personalized with flowers, postcards, photographs, and personal objects. We can say two. Family closeness. The presence of family and close friends is encouraged, creating a space of intimacy and support. The phrase forced families and friends together around the patient shows that the environment favored closeness and bonding, allowing loved ones to be closing during the finals moments. Control of the environment. The practice of leaving the door of the room half open has the dual function of protecting the patient's privacy, avoiding prying eyes and external noise while allowing surveillance, but the team which contribute to maintaining a calm environment. Serenity for those involved. These strategies are designed to bring greater serenity to the patient and their family. Taking care of the environment, being close to loved ones, and reducing disturbing stimuli help to create a climate of peace, which can be essential in the dying process, is to be more serene and less distressing. This practice shows a person and family-centered approach, valuing the dignity and comfort of the patient in their final days. They recognize that the end of life is a profoundly human moment and that the environment and emotional support play a crucial role in how this phase is experienced. 5 key elements of this approach. Personal knowledge. Having a deep and personal closure of the patient is essential. This means getting to know their history, values, fears, hopes, and way of experience themselves. Sensitive communication, discovering the best way to communicate, chooses that communication with people at the end of life should be careful, adjusted, respecting the person's rhythm and needs. This can include use of words, gestures, tones of voice, or even silence, depending on what is most comfortable and understandable for the patient. Clarifying issues. The practice of clarifying issues indicates the need for mutual understanding. Clarifying the hopes, ensuring that the patient understands their condition and what is happening around them, or helping them to express their wishes and feelings. Our conclusions. We believe that this reflection reveals a portion of knowledge arising from practice which is often hidden and is difficult to be unveiled. In this perspective, by describing that practice, it can help reveal, value, and re-enrich just the practice in order to broaden the understanding of nursing care. Interaction with the person at the end of life is mindful and adapted in a personalized way to meet the unique needs of each person. This requires sensitive empathy and a deep understanding of the person in our integrated and inspirable way. Now, I thank you for your attention. This is my my island. I live in Portugal, Azores, Terceira Island. We have 9 islands, and this is my my island. Thank you. I'm sorry, but now, if you have any questions, you can write for me and Professor Zé Carlos,